Welcome to another edition of KitSZN. Fox, we are back. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. It's been a long week for all our teachers. I don't know what's going on. I think it's just that end of January itch, and these kids they wilding right now.
Hey, I didn't say I felt it at work too. It's the end of year tax filing season, so all the businesses I'm working
Yeah,
for, it's been nuts this month. This month, I'd say. So I get
they're all
you.
like, make these numbers work.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that is literally what they're saying to us. So it's great. Kit ratings from an undisclosed location.
Everything's in undisclosed location, and then all of a sudden, boom! We're playing against Messi. Welcome, special guest Lionel Messi.
An undisclosed opponent is joining us here tonight. I won't say who. Um,
Ever, you'll never
but-
know. They're gonna sit in the backstage thing.
and they'll just always be there, like on our shoulder. Anyways, thanks for joining. Thanks, Michael, for that little bit. If you didn't know, Lexington played a little Inter Miami here last weekend. I think it was. Time is weird for me right now.
It's still January. It's been January for the last 43 days. So
yeah, and I don't know if you guys know, I write for Beyond the 90. I do an Indy 11. I cover the Indy 11, and I've been doing a monthly update to the off season. I swear I've been waiting on this January update for the longest time, or sorry, February update for the longest time to see what all happened in this month. I'm so happy for this to be done. But that's not why we're here.
Our longest article.
It literally is telling me it's too long for email, but yeah, it's fine. I'll figure it out. But that is not why we're here. We're here because these people down below support us to rate kits. So, as always, the best way to support us is through our Patreon. So, thank you, John Hunt, Frank Anthony, Aaron J., Christopher Cohn, Harry Austin, John Fuller, Michael Fuchs, Joshua Duder, Noah Telford, Alberto Aguilar, Jeremy Churchin, Stephen Howard, Brian Lacara, Tim Knotts, NFREG 30, MOS, and Kunal Patel. Thank you again. We wouldn't be here without you guys, as always. And also supported our friends at a time. And weirdly, I don't have it up here. Gold Stevie. Find some
TV.
And now let's replace them with the good logo. Yeah, I'll do that one instead. So, with tonight's episode, we're still sticking with the 3. Things are a little slow right now on the kit front season, but per my tracker, it's about to explode, and I'm very excited to get into it once things just start releasing left and right.
Right. I know, like Minneapolis just released their fan vote, but it's only for members too, which I actually appreciate. So, like, if you're paying for that membership, you get to actually have your voice heard instead of just 2 random guys on a blog here.
Right. Just talking about it. And we also know Indianapolis is releasing this Sunday. I got to see a sneak peek of them yesterday, actually. So I'm very excited for those to be released. Very excited.
And then just say Loudon. Loudon's coming out soon.
Loudon's coming up soon. Louisville will be I think by the end of the month.
So we're saying in February, Louisville should be out.
Yep. And most teams will be coming out. And the best way to follow that news, besides following your local team, follow us. Join us on the Discord because we keep everyone up to date. Everyone,
an army of people just
letting us know. And apparently, Michael Lexington could be starting a fan vote and created kit in 26.
I'm down.
I'm never against fan input and fan created kits. Involves the community, so I love that. Please do that, Lexington. But speaking of not fan involved, but a community kind of inspired kit here. We're going to go to Lead 1 newcomers, AV Alta, and the Joshua kit. And now, before I show the kit here, I'm not going to lie, I had no idea where Antelope Valley was before this episode.
But it was going along for a very long time, but then Lion Valley came and stopped it. And then that's became Antelope Valley.
Or it just died off in the desert that is the middle of California.
Maybe. But mine's cooler.
Yes, it would be. But and for all you who do not know where Antelope Valley is, it is north. It's the northern part of Los Angeles County. It is a part of makes 13 cities make up the area, and has homed about 300,000 people. So I'm just saying, Lead 1 spending to these areas and as well as the championship that I personally would never have wanted to look into. So I'm happy to have them included here. So to make me learn a little bit something. And Michael's already saying this might be his favorite one right now, even given Portland Heart of Pines that we rated last week. So
yeah,
let's just see how our ratings turn out, right? Right. His face says it all, though. But let me present you what is dubbed the Joshua tree, the Joshua kit, inspired from the Joshua tree that is, I don't say native, but very famous, very present in the Antelope Valley region. Besides, as some of the points that I'll get to, I love that they included something that is unique. I won't say unique, but is known for their area. And it's right off the bat, they didn't play it safe, as we've seen with another Lead 1 team, a new one, in Westchester, and they wanted to embrace their community here, and I'm for that for an expansion team here.
Yeah, the effort was there for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And overall, it's a solid looking kit. There isn't much wrong with it. To disagree with Michael here on this one, I think besides it not being a terrible looking kit, I think it's hard for me to put it above what we've seen and high up in my credentials. And you kind of see here through my scores, it kind of reaches that kind of point for me. And do you want me to go first, or do you want to say a few more thoughts before we dig in?
I mean, overall, I like the kit. I like the effort. I like what they were doing. But I agree with what you're saying. Like, I don't know if this one hits the way I want it to, especially because I'm a big fan of utilizing like nature and trees and flowers and stuff like that. So I don't know. It could have been worse. It could have been better. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, and I think our combined score kind of paints that picture. Which I'll actually have a fun little stat here at the end about our overall scores here. It's kind of hilarious. So this AV Alta kit, for me, when it comes to the overall design and aesthetic, I will say this does look sharp. And to me, it gets 4 points from here for me. And again, for those who don't understand, these are criteria just down below. But for its overall design and aesthetic, I like the idea of making the Joshua tree an important part of this kit. I like that aesthetic. I like the green on green. Sorry if you are colorblind. This kit may not be for you, but for me, I like this idea. Plus, they have that sand gold, is what they called it, as kind of their accent color. It's not quite a white, and I do enjoy that. What next I did to where it starts to lose a little bit of points is its authenticity and tradition. While it symbolizes the Joshua tree as its main focus, I can't can't give it much more than a 3 after that point. Besides it just putting the tree on there, so I think there's still some things missing a little bit. I think that they could have done a little bit different with that, but they still put the tree on there, and I'm pretty happy that they did. Next here, I have the visual details and execution. Like we said, this is a well put together kit. I think it's a sharp kit. It just doesn't stand out the way that I think it should, but it still gets me a 4 on the visual details and execution. Particularly speaking with the as you see down, actually I'm trying to find the right photo, you can see, I'll just zoom in, all 13 cities that represent the Antelope Valley at the bottom. It's a nice little touch. I do like that. And then finally, the innovation and impact. Given, as I said, that it was a kit that is Antelope Valley, and they presented that Joshua tree, because there aren't many kits that just have a tree on it here in the USL. I give it a 4 here, but it's just a tree, so it kind of hurts it there. I wish there was a little bit more than just a tree on it. There's a little bit of the rolling hills in the background. I don't think they're present enough, but that's just me. So what I ended up giving this was a 3.75. Thoughts a little disagree with me on this one.
I don't disagree with you much. I think you were just nicer on the numbers.
Yeah.
Because so what you were saying, like, it's kind of just a treat, and this is going to sound mean the way I'm going to say it, but like it reminds me of when you go to the grocery store and you want to get like a birthday cake, and you just give them a photo of the guy, or the kid, and they just print the picture.
Yeah.
Of the cake. Yeah. That's what this looks like to me. It looks like they just printed the picture of the main focus is on the tree, and it has a little bit of like the desert valley
in the background. I wanted more of that.
Yeah, it has like on the ground and stuff like that. I like what they did with it. And again, like, this isn't a bad kit. I wouldn't mind having it. But that's what it reminds me. It's just, it's like a picture of of the tree. So it's almost like a screen print to me. And that's what bothers me about this. So like it's an average design to me. I don't feel like there's anything special or groundbreaking to this at all. When it comes to authenticity, tradition, I feel like it does reach out to the city, to the area, especially with the names at the bottom, with the detailings. So I feel like it has a decent representation, but like, I mean, I don't think they're the only area with this tree.
Right.
It's cool. I like it, but it's trying. Like it's representing its area. But then details and execution, I don't think they execute it. I feel like this is weak, honestly, because I feel like the photo almost looks pixelated. It's like almost like they found a stock photo of this, put it on, and then changed the detailing. So it's like background, dark green, or sorry, background, bring up the green, foreground, that extra tree, just shade that in black, and it just feels pixelated.
Shots at Hummel. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think it's Hummel. I think everybody's like, hey, use this photo. And like, it could have been a photo that one of them they took or something like that.
Yeah.
Or they could have an artist, and that's just the way it came out. I don't know. I don't feel like it hit like it should have.
Yeah, it's just slightly off, right?
Yeah, like I feel like they could have done better. They could have, if they wanted to go with this tree, maybe go like a geometric design of the tree and art style of the tree.
Right.
Is there more native type people? Like, I don't know the area either, so I'm going to sound dumb, but like, is there a high Latino community? Is there a high Native American community? Is there a high any other type of culture that could have done that style of art for this tree? Because I like the tree. I love utilizing like the local nature.
Right.
So that's why like when I design my Kentucky jerseys that nobody wants, I did like the goldenrod, which is our state flower, but I did it in a geometric form to where it's not just like literally just like a picture of our state flower
Yeah.
on the jersey, you know. So if they did it like an artistic rendering of this, it would have been a ballpark. Just, but again, they just took a photo of of a tree and slapped it on the shirt. They did some coloring edits, but groundbreaking design. No, it's. I feel like this is average impact. It's interesting. Again, there's effort put into it, so I can't get it, but I can't give it higher than a 3.
Okay.
So it was a 3 on our last thing for innovation and impact. So that 2 brought it down a little bit to 2.75.
But I would say with my average, my score, your score, it's a nice even 3.25, right? I think that encapsulates this kit.
Nothing even about that, but yes.
But
nice even odd number.
Yes, nice even. It ends in a 0.25, and I'm okay with that.
They're all going to do that unless we start putting in our own decimals like we used to. They will all end.
No. 2 of our other kits scores do not end in a 0.25. So
they should end in some sort of quarter. What are 0.75s? Which one? Okay, we'll worry about that.
Both of the other ones. Anyways. So I think this getting a middle of the road score, I think it's perfect for it. I think it's a
3.8.
Exactly. So okay. I think this is a perfect score for this kit. It does enough to look sharp and like unique enough, but it won't stand out in the crowd. And I think that's what this score encapsulates. It's a solid C. Or say C plus, or it's a solid C. Solid C.
Yeah, I'll give it a C, C plus, maybe B minus. And again, like, if I was in this area, this would be an automatic pickup. This is, for me personally, this is something that might be like, oh, it's on sale, it's going cheaper, I might pick this up.
But it's not grabbing all the attention that like some of the other ones that we'll see, right?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, our opinions will seem very different on one of these.
And I'm saving that one for last because that's going to be the fun one. So
okay, that's a hot take.
It is, but it shouldn't be surprising coming from me. I'm just feeling, I think I'm in a nicer mood this week. If you can tell, I'm in a slightly nicer mood this week. Last week, I was Mr. Attack Everything. So this week, I'm more generous. I don't know. But this is the AV Alta FC Joshua Kit Tree. And I'm excited to see some more green teams. Before them and Portland joined in, green wasn't really in the league, if I remember.
I mean, yeah, we have Greenville. We have.
Oh shoot, yeah, that's more of a lighter green, isn't it?
Yeah. This is, I like this forest green.
Yeah, more forest green, and I'm here for forest green. It's one of my favorite colors, so I'm down to see it. As you're wearing a Greenville kit, which we'll get to later.
Yeah, my bright green kit.
And it's funny about Greenville. I actually have their white kit more than I have their green kit, which is just whatever. It's weird. Anyways,
that's funny.
It is. It's just how it works. So, but thank you, AV Alta, and once again, welcome to the league. I'm looking forward to your away kit. If this is good, I cannot wait to see your away kit. So, and before we leave here, I wanted to give you a little bit of the value, the money values for that we introduced last week from Taylor.
The bang for your buck.
Thank you. That's a better way to say it. The bang for your buck.
That's what we called it last week.
I honestly forgot. I have terrible memory. So that's why I got to write down everything.
I'm not being creative right now.
BFYB. Bang for your buck. Anyway, so this is the value. This is a 38.24. And for your reference here, the scores that we had last week for the values, the Portland kit got a 42, and the Westchester kit got a 22. So it's somewhere in between, but it's a little bit on the higher end. So this is a decent kit for decent value, especially given this kit's only 85. It's not going to break your budget compared to some of the other kits that we will see here or have seen on this list. And the rate's pretty decent. So that is the Joshua kit tree. Okay. Next up, we have arguably one of the kits that really kind of stole the show a little bit. Even though I think the Portland Hearts of Pine kit really stole the show and just ran with it. This was the other kit that got released a little bit later than those early USL League One teams, but it got a lot. It took some of the attention away from Portland, and I'm kind of excited for it. So this is the 2025 Stay Gold kit from FC Tulsa. And in the press release, they quoted, represents more than a jersey. It embodies FC Tulsa's unwavering commitment to reflecting the pride, fortitude, and creativity of its fans and the city it calls home. I don't know if I can see that, but that's what they say. You know what? I'll let you start off some of your thoughts first here, because
Yeah, this is something that I definitely like. I feel like I would have designed. I really like this a lot. If I'm a Tulsa fan, I am picking this up. Honestly, I might pick this up at some point, just because of one. It's the polo, it's the splatter paint, but they're utilizing their gold.
yes.
They're not finding some random other colors that the brand will allow them to use. So there's so much effort thrown into this. You can have an argument against the price, but I feel like they put in the effort towards it, and I'm in love with it. My only argument, a negative, I guess I could say right now, is it representing the city of Tulsa or the area of Tulsa? You could argue no, but is it representing the badge and the team? There's my argument for that. So your quick thoughts, and then I'll jump into my review.
Honestly, I think it is. How do I phrase this? It's a better looking kit than the AV Alta. However, I don't think it does much to really impact scores in a way that can be shown on my side. I do like this kit. I would rock this as always. I like a good polo. I like black and gold. And honestly, I actually have a scarf from Tulsa thanks to this man's AO Impact does. So it would match with it, and I'll be okay with that. And I need a Tulsa kit, but this doesn't quite tick all the boxes that I'm looking for in a kit when it comes to scores, unfortunately. But that's just
that's what happens with the scores sometimes. Things fall just in the wrong spot sometimes.
And that's what I feel with this kit. So I do like this kit a lot better than the AV Alta kit, but you can't see that in my score.
That's fair. I mean, it's wrong, but it's fair. Goodness. So I'll jump into my score here. Design and aesthetics, for me, this is a 5. This is what I like to see. Like, just physically looking at the design, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's a unique design. Their colors are perfect. Obviously, they're utilizing their badge colors and team colors. They were allowed to put the Williams logo in the same color scheme. There's small detailing into the collars and on the cuffs. So it's super crisp to me. Like, this is a super nice. Essentially, it's a super nice polo that you can rock anywhere and everywhere. You could wear jeans with this.
Right.
Authenticity and tradition. For me, I feel like it's a strong representation. The only thing it could improve on for me is representing Tulsa more as a city. But I feel like it's representing the team more. Yeah, that club itself. So that's if that's what they wanted to do, I feel like they hit the mark for that. So the only thing, like I said, slight room for improvement. That's why I got a 4. Um, where's my scores? There you are. Visual 5. Like incredible execution, details evaluate design significantly. I don't know, everything looks nice. They didn't need all the extra details. Like a lot of time, the like oh my god, was the Route 66 jersey that they came out with last
Ooh,
year
I
from
love that.
Puma?
I love that.
Did you like
I
the kit? It's so boring, but it's like they got a super boring kit and put stickers on it.
They did, and I will agree with that. I did like the kit, just mainly because of the colors, but I will admit you are right on that.
Yeah, and like, but what did the colors really have to do with the team or the city? And they just placed like the Route 66 sticker on it. This one doesn't have those small detailings that one did, but I feel like this one doesn't need it. They actually put the effort into the kit, and they didn't need to plug in extra like stickers and like, oh look, it's the Route 66. Oh look, and like I think they had like a word on the back or something like that.
Yeah,
So like they don't have to do any of that stuff to actually make this look good.
yeah,
So that's why that got a 5 for this section for me. Uh, Innovation, though, I'll be honest, I did give it a 4. We've seen splatter paint kits before. How we designed it for our USL show jersey. I mean, this is essentially the USL jersey, except for they used the black collar instead of a white collar.
yeah.
And they used the Tulsa colors instead of all the USL colors. So there's room to improve with the innovation. But it's still like the fact that it's coming out of a championship side. Tulsa's championship. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
I improve.
Okay.
So that's how I feel, and that's how I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, you are into the 4.5. And to all your points that you say, how do I phrase this? This kit is weirdly almost the same categories. Well, my rankings are almost that same. The rankings are the same as AV Alta, but it's kind of like this is on the upper echelon of those same stores, where AV Alta was like somewhere in the middle or lower end of those same exact stores.
So it's like AV Alta like squeaked by getting these scores, while Tulsa like obviously had these scores.
Correct. Yes, and it's just how the system works here. So I'm gonna get through it here. When it comes to design and aesthetics, I do like the overall design of the kit. When it comes to how it looks visually, I think it looks sharp. I just I'm gonna be a stickler about this for as long as I can, and honestly, it's gonna be hard for me to give a 5 when it comes to design and aesthetics, because I'm looking for just that little bit. When I see it, I'll see it. It's hard for me to explain. I haven't seen a kit, and I'm gonna look at my previous scores, make sure I'm not saying anything stupid. I've only seen 2 kits that have like really hit this spot for me. That was last week's Salmon Bay and Portland Heart of Pines. You can see it. You say that they are better designed than some of these other kits. Tulsa fits just below those, and I couldn't quite give it a 5 here. It just is what it is for me. Okay, I know obviously you don't like that, but that is what it is for me when it comes to the design and aesthetics. Okay, when it comes to authenticity and tradition here, even though they are embracing the gold to it, and kind of, as they say, stay in gold and using their crest, it's just black and gold. I can't give it more than a 3 when it comes to this. Yeah, so probably harp on me later because I'll probably do something a little bit. I'll say something later that will probably contradict you. You're eating your Cheetos right now. But then when it comes to the visual details and execution, this kit's really sharp looking. I like the little details on the collar. I like the cuffs. I've noticed that's a thing now in USL. They're really digging into the cuffs, and I am a big fan of this. Especially with some of the leaks that I've seen of other kits as well. I'll get to that a little bit later. Cuffs are in detailed because that is an area where people get creative. And obviously, I think they have kind of done that here on the. I have find a quality photo. See a little bit here on the sides. It's not much. It's a nice little detail, as well as that collar. I do like it. I just can't get past it. Just a splatter on the top, on the front. So that it gets a 4 from me. It's almost like a marbly feel, but I just couldn't get more than a 4 here. And then lastly, for its innovation and impact, once again, I can only give it a 4 here. Only because it's just that marble splatter paint feeling. And there's not much else to it. Decided to stay black with almost gold marble cracks throughout it, or splatter paint, however you want to phrase it. That's it for me. So it gets a 4 there with a 3.75 with Fox's 4.5. And yes, you're ready to pounce on me on some of my scores, aren't you?
No, it is interesting to see that it got the exact same score as the AV Alta kit, and especially as a like, oh, I really like polos. Oh, I really like this. I really like that.
I couldn't give it a different like.
You never really like anything. You're a liar.
No, it just how the rubric worked. I couldn't give it more points. I just couldn't. I wanted to. I just couldn't do it.
Even in one of the categories, like I felt like design and aesthetic. Like there's nothing visually at all that's makes like because the force is strong design with minor flaws.
Yeah,
I feel like you're like, oh, creativity. I'm like, put that with like innovation.
Yeah, I don't know it
because that's where the uniqueness is. When you're like, oh, this is unique. This is Stevie Chow. That goes down with innovation and impact.
Yeah, no, you're right there. It's
because I just feel like when you look at this, like there's nothing I could say that like there was a flaw in this.
But like I said, when I see it, I see a 5. Like when it hits a 5, when it comes to design aesthetics, I know it. And this one just didn't feel right to me, so I couldn't give it a 5 for that. Even
opinions, buttholes. That whole saying, I got it.
Yes. But
we all got one. They all stink.
I will say this: given the score of this, it is actually a better value, a better bang for your buck than it was AV Alta, coming in at 39.29. And let's just say I, for some reason, decided to give things a 5, 2 5s, whatever, made it 4.25. That kit value will then go to a 41. So if you disagree with my assessment of this, this is up there with the Portland Hearts of Pine kit when it comes to its value. If you disagree with my scores and should even more 5s. So this is a good kit for your value still, and it is a better value kit, even though I think it's slightly more expensive.
It's a lot more expensive. It's $20 more.
Yes. So that to me tells you the strength of this kit and the difference between it and the AV Alta kit. And those stores weirdly don't work out that way. So, and which, by the way, was a 4.13. So this is a solid kit. And I'm always happy to see what Tulsa produces. So I like it.
I was really happy with Tulsa, especially how meh that they've been, which also scares me about February coming up from my people.
Puma baby.
I know Puma. I'm still going to stay hesitantly positive, but when they came out with that third kits last year, I was like, oh god, like these are so boring. Like there's nothing special. So
I just about to see.
So good on you. Yeah. Good on you, Hummel.
Yes, and Tulsa. I'm guessing Tulsa probably is like, go do stuff, go like embrace this and give us something good, and they executed here. So we like.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for Tulsa for the Stay Gold kits that you have released here. Released all the way December 18th. I know some of the other League One teams, their inaugural teams, did their kits out early so that people can like buy kits in time for the open, for their first few games or whatever. Tulsa did it early, so
Yeah, they came out early.
they really did.
There was one year Louisville did that. They came out with their home jersey. I think it was like I call it the static purple one. And it was like early December. And they're like, just in time for Christmas, get next season's, home kit. And I'm like, oh.
Usually Ballard does that actually. They normally release their third kit around Christmas. So I was a little surprised that they didn't release their new one this year. So
Maybe they were focused on their
women's team.
Yeah, their salmon.
Hey, it turned out good if that was the case. It turned out really good. So all right, now we're going to get into the final kit of tonight and the final team of the League One expansions, and this is FC Naples in what I have dubbed the Spirit of Naples kit. And they didn't call it that. I like giving kits nicknames because just calling it a home jersey does not sit with me. So, Spirit of Naples. All right. Because it reminds me of Naples, Florida. So, this
just in time. Just in time. Sorry.
In time. Ooh, I got here. Yeah, you did. Just in time. So, all right. So, this is the FC Naples kit. And you know what? I'm going to do my score first here because you don't like my score. And you're probably very curious. I honestly don't like. Very curious in how I rated it, how I did. Okay?
Yeah, I'm going to mute myself and eat my Cheeto.
You can mute yourself. That's okay. It's okay. So, this kit is a gorgeous polo. If you compare it to the FC Tulsa one, from a polo design that this is, essentially, I like it better. I think the cracks and the gold splatter actually take away from the kit in that instance compared to this one. I really enjoy it. The simplicity is what makes it better, in my opinion, for this. I do like the little orange, the little yellow in the bottom corner. Whew. Sorry, Michael. I disagree. But Michael says if Westchester didn't phone in their kit, this would be the worst in League One. I
also disagree, but because you're making fun of the Westchester kit, because Westchester tried to put details into it.
Goes back on mute. Anyways, so this kit it's a 4 from the design and aesthetics. Again, it's not a 5. So it's the same bracket as AB Alta and Tulsa when it comes to design and aesthetics. But now this is where you probably don't have fun with me on this one, is the authenticity and its tradition. Now, I gave this a 5 for me. I think this is a great balance between what I think is kind of that retro kit, that overall aesthetic with nice little touches, especially with that little, I don't know what to call that up there on the collar, the cuffs, and I just like the overall design plus the little sunspot in the corner. I think that is just brilliant. So a nice little splash of color is enough for me. I really enjoy this kit. Honestly, I would buy this over FC Tulsa's. Anyways, next up, we have our visual details and execution. Now, as I say, this is one of my favorite kits that I would want to buy. It does lack some of those details, and that's where it loses points for me here and only gets a 3 because it is essentially just a blue polo with a little bit on the collar and cuffs. But I love the simplicity and design of it, and that's why I like it better than this man. Okay, and then because, as I said, it's just a polo with the sun and then the collar with the sun rays probably from the crest. It is a 2 for me there. So this gets me a 3.5. I definitely like this. It's still the worst rating kit from me. Sorry, second worst rated kit for me in all the new League One expansion side. So it is better than Westchester's, but it's not better than AV Alta and Portland's. And here is my score down below for those who want to see it. So now, Fox, now that I've said my piece, you've eaten your Nashville hot Cheetos over there. Either you can just tell me how you disagree or just rate yours.
What the hell? Design and aesthetics. There's nothing. There's no design. There's no aesthetics.
The vibes are vibing here, man.
It's a great polo. And if it didn't have the Naples logo, and if it didn't have the sponsor, actually, I could keep the logo, and it didn't have the weird yellow dot on the bottom, like, I would buy this for $35 as like, you know, because I have like a plain team polo for Louisville too. And I think, and it is Adidas. I think it's $40, $50 maybe. So, but as the team's official jersey, there's no design, there's no aesthetics, there's nothing there. I gave it a 2, and I'm probably being nice about it. Authenticity and tradition of what?
I just love it.
Who is it authentic to?
Do
you know what I think about Naples, Florida? Navy. Really? You think Navy?
No.
You think of orange dots or yellow dots?
That's the sun.
Is it?
It is.
Is it?
It's supposed to be, yes.
Yeah. Do you know who also colors yellow circles as dots as the sun?
Kids.
First graders. Trust me, I teach first grade. It's a joke. This is Westchester put in those embossed details. You can't see them, so I completely understand why people feel the way they feel about Westchester. So I'm not gonna get on Michael because he said Westchester phoned it in. This is phoning in and doing it badly. So visual details and execution, I gave it 2. No, sorry, we're on authenticity 1. And that's being nice because I don't know what it represents, but it is the same badge color. So good on ya. Visual details and execution. Maybe I could have been nicer. I don't know. But yeah, decent details, not overly refined. There's nothing to detail. You can give that it has something on the collar, on the cuff, but that's also just stitching. If you look at Tulsa's, there is a design with it. And again, this is what this shows us about, right? You know, I like effort, and some people don't. It's okay. But this is a nice looking polo. I don't think this is ugly. I just think it's boring, especially for your initial kit. This isn't going to make people care about what you're doing on the field. I care what Forward Madison does on the field because I like the way the jerseys looked initially. That's what hooked me in.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Wrexham. Nobody cared about Wrexham until Ryan Reynolds and Rob bought in and made the show. Not many people in America really cared about Sunderland until they had the Sunderland Till I Die series. But the jerseys get people to look at your team. nobody's going to look at this jersey and think Naples, Nepal, whatever it is. Wrong. Sorry, Italy.
Yeah.
They're not going to think of Nepal. They're going to think, oh, that's a nice looking polo that somebody bought at Kohl's.
Hmm.
And I love Kohl's, but like it does not make me care about the team.
Hmm.
So groundbreaking design, such trends makes a strong impression. Zero. It's bland and indistinguishable. And then
For you,
and
yeah,
on
for
the
you,
badge.
it's a 1.25.
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading his comment.
So, Pollos. I'm gonna say it's Pollos. There's two L's. I'm not gonna say Polos. Personally, I was thinking it was gonna have thin hoop stripes, like the lines under the N over the on the badge. But once a heart to pine was revealed, I stopped expecting that. So, you're talking about these stripes here, and I can see that. Maybe the away kit. I would like.
Yeah. And honestly, if they had that throughout the yellows, the three stripes, that would put some effort into it. It's a crisp, clean, classic looking kit that like if you're in that area, throw down.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sun, it's just a circle. And it's just like the geometric shape of a circle. It's not, and I guess this is the hypocrisy of me coming out now because I just said maybe the tree should have been a geometric representation of a tree. But when it's a geometric shape of a sun, it's just a circle. It's just yellow. So, like, again, you're on the beach. Your pictures are on a beach. You could have done a beach. You could have done the sunrise.
No, I'm rocking this on a beach, man. I'm just saying, I'm gonna rock this sitting by the pool. I'm gonna rock this kit drinking like a nice like margarita or whatever.
Yeah, how much is this?
Oh, the kit, it is 79.
It's a weird number.
I know it's not even just 79. Yeah, $79.
So yeah, I could buy similar looking polos for cheaper. Because again, this is a crisp looking polo, and you will look nice at work or at a nice beach party with some khaki shorts. Like it's not ugly. It's just not impressive. It's not. There's no effort to it. And that's coming from a guy wearing a like pink jersey with a bright green badge on it. I had a lot of issues with this jersey too. So like I are pollos, like buy the kit. If you're in this area, buy your kit, represent your team, love it. Because you're going to look good in it. But the way our rankings are now is that there's too much stuff for you to have to get to where it is a great kit.
Yeah.
And this is the worst of the season so far for me.
Mm.
And again, if we're going to argue for Westchester, I can understand a Westchester argument.
Because Westchester is mine based off my score. So
yeah. And honestly, actually, based off my scores, yeah, based off scores, this is my worst. But I would buy this a lot quicker than I would buy Westchester's.
Yeah.
See? And that's why if we had the X factor in there, this honestly might have got like a 4 F X factor.
See, for me here, so it's funny you actually mentioned Napoli. This gives me actually Napoli vibes. And honestly, I would rock both of like the Napoli kit all day. I would rock this kit all day. To me, it just gives a different vibe to it. I cannot explain it. That's why my score is higher than yours, and I think that helped influence my scores overall. But this kit to me is just a vibe. Hi, pumpkin. Hello. But like to me, this kit is just a vibe. I love it. It's so hard to explain. It's just I just love this kit more than probably one should, but I enjoy this kit through and through. I do need to get better on trying to do the rubric. This is still new here, so live with us a little bit on the scores because I'll get that later. But I really like this kit. This is I think score wise, as I said, this is the third best kit of the teams that have been rated. So this does fit where the consensus would fall in what people would say is the hierarchy of the expansion teams for their home kits, with Westchester at the bottom, Naples, Alta, and then Portland. I think it suits up there, especially with its overall 2.38. It's just barely better than Westchester here. So,
yeah, it's really interesting to see just like our scores comparatively because they're like flipped. Like this one, you gave a 3.5 and I give a 1.25, but then Westchester, you just give a 1,
and you did 3.25,
and I get a 3.25. So.
And what's funny about this, and I'll point this out here, the kit value here is a 30, so it's not too much better. It's better bang for your buck based on the statistics here compared to Westchester by far.
Yeah. But it's also like $20 cheaper.
That's what helps it.
Yeah.
That's literally what helps.
It's $16 cheaper.
Yeah. That is literally what helps it here. So this is a good bang for your buck based off our statistics, but it's not the best value here. R.A. Boyos says this. One thing I have to point out, the pictures don't show up very well, but similar to Westchester, there's a supplemented wavy pattern in it. See,
I was wondering if, like, because when I go back to that picture you were just showing, if you look into the sunlight,
there's something.
I couldn't tell if that was like that embossed looking or if that was just the type of fabric it was.
And this is something I think you and I have talked about this. Mm-hmm. As much as we love details, we don't want to need to have a magnifying glass to look at the details, right? We want these photos or videos to be able to show off some of those details that we do enjoy. We just can't see them unless we physically have that kit. And now, unless all these teams are giving us kits, then we can see those details. But we can't see all those details, right?
I guess they better just all send us these kits so we could properly judge them. Okay. And then we could add some features like how do they feel?
Exactly, the texture.
Texture, feeling. Are they loose? Are they wavy?
Which Ari Poyos, I do have one question for you. I don't know if you want to put in the chat here if you're still with us. I'm curious, does this crest look like what's the texture of the crest? Because it looks not supplemented on. Ooh. It's easier to see in person. Yes, he gets it. I'm very curious on the crest. The crest does not look supplemented, and that always adds to me for a polo, personally. Hot fabrics. So obviously I enjoy a good polo. I think you do too, but I think how we've rated it, I think overall 2.38 overall score, I think it's deserving, right?
Yeah, it's fairly fair.
It balances out, and that's why you and I do this. Is our scores balance each other's out. Sometimes you go high, and I go low. Sometimes I go high, you go low, and we get to where it's supposed to be for this pick. And in this case, it's a 2.38, which I think is just where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And speaking of our scores, and Fox and I low-key balancing each other out. Again, thanks Naples for what I am dubbing the Spirit of Naples kit. What just happened? The Spirit of Naples kits here. Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all play in League One. And it's a lot like embossed. Sweet. I love to hear that. It's on my list now. So welcome to the league, and we're excited to do some more Florida vibes. We now have 3 teams in Florida now. So I'm just saying, a nice vacation trip down to Naples will not hurt.
I need this Puerto Rico team to show up.
Dude, no. So as soon as I saw that they got released, I looked at my wife and I'm like, Puerto Rico in like a few years, right? Like when they come out, like Puerto Rico away day, right? She's like,
Yeah.
okay, sure. I'm like, yes,
let's go.
and
That's going to be a hot match though, because that's midsummer.
I've never been to Puerto Rico either, and I really want to. No,
You do not.
do not.
It is American territory, so you don't need anything special except for probably helpful if you are Duolingo.
Yes, Duolingo.
Because a lot of people, it's a majority Spanish, but a lot of most people, especially when you're in tourist areas, speak English and Spanish.
Yeah, and as Michael says, as poor Lexington,
stuck in the West.
I know Puerto Rico has a chance to be in the East. I am. It's just what it is. I'm sorry, Lexington.
But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Puerto Rico. Got the Coqui Frog tattoo when I was there, and has our wedding anniversary on there.
Nice.
But probably need to fill that in. It's getting kind of, his eyes are getting kind of not there anymore because tiny tattoos have that issue. But also, bam! Look at that Coqui Frog dance. Look at that dance. All right, anyways, because I'm so strong.
Anyways, besides Puerto Rico being a hot destination, high on my list, I do speak a little bit of Spanish. Habla español a little bit, just a little bit. I also have my brother-in-law who he married a Mexican down in California, so I picked up a little bit from him. Anyways, and them. So as we're talking here about balancing each other out here, it's funny. Based off of these 6 kits that Fox and I have rated this year so far, our averages are the exact same.
Oh, that's funny.
3.42.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
We only had the same, and we've not had the same score on the kit yet.
Nope.
None of our scores used the same number once. I had one of the same number. That was 3.75. I used it twice. He used it once. All the rest are different numbers. The math adds up.
That's hilarious.
I never thought it would happen. Obviously, it's something to keep track of. But right now, him and I are in sync.
I think our closest one is the Salmon Bay.
Correct.
Yeah, that's our closest. You gave a 4.25. I gave a 3.75. So they were 0.5 different.
I don't know how that math happened, but it happened. So Fox and I have the exact same average scores for kits overall this year.
Yeah, Kayla, group Spanish lessons. History with Hodges. Hablo Español with Hodges.
Con Hodges. Con. With. Con. C-O-N. Con.
Corn?
Con. C-O-N. Con.
K-O-R-N.
Yeah, K-O-N. Yeah. I think the way to say it would be ¿Quieres estudiar español con Taylor? I think I might have botched that. It's the best way I did it, but
Me llamo Señor Zorro.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Hey, Taylor, we got to teach us for Puerto Rico.
Zero. Is it zero? I guess zero, not zero. Zero. Fox.
I never.
Zero, like the yeah, it's Spanish for fox.
I didn't know that. What is that?
And that's my actual name. I'm not just some cool guy who goes by Fox. And I'm not talking to Michael because Michael's name is actually Fox as well. Just in German.
German. Yeah. But, okay. So that was today's episode. We have, as we always do, Fox, we need to do a giveaway. We have too many of these at a time outfitters.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So please stay tuned with us. A few things before we wrap up here tonight. I will say, be on the lookout. We will be releasing our interview with San Francisco City FC. It was a great interview with them.
He's super nice guy.
Yes.
Super fun to talk to. Always interesting facts.
I was so happy when they joined the league, honestly. More League 2 presence and of authentic community-owned clubs. I love to see it. So be on the lookouts for that interview. We should be releasing it this weekend. We had to do some looking at and uploaded all that stuff. As well as on Spotify. And then, speaking of interviews, given the flurry of kits that are coming out, next Thursday, we have an interview with aforementioned Minneapolis City SC. We're going to be interviewing, what was their role? I don't remember what their role was. I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? I might have it in my list. I don't have it in my list. But we're going to interview Dan Holdman from Minneapolis City SC on Thursday. You do not want to miss that one. We're going to be talking about some of the fan kits that he alluded to a little bit earlier and their new home kits.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, especially from a squad that constantly comes out with bangers.
Yes.
Just hit after hit after hit. So
and if you've not seen those kits, you can see them yourself and see what people are voting on. You can't vote on them. You can see them, and we like them.
yes, there's not one that like I would be mad that will win. Like there's few that I like more, but like if this one wins, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool too. So
right. But yeah, so that is what you should be on the lookout for. And as I mentioned at the top of the hour, I'm going to be at West Fork Brewery here in Indianapolis for the kit review for the Indy 11. So I will hopefully have a bunch of photos to share with y'all on Thursday behind the scene, or even just some of the stuff that I get from that. I'm very excited for this. So I won't get sick this time. The day of, so
sure.
I'm also in free barbecue, so
free barbecue.
Pretty excited, but yeah. So we got lots of kits coming up. Got some interviews lined up. We even got a bunch of others coming up that we are very excited to have with you guys for this season. So stay tuned. I will take my vitamin C. Thank you, Pumpkin. Vitamin C I need. So, and sleep, because I've been terrible with sleep. But yeah.
Oh, actually, speaking of thank you to Pumpkin, we got your New Year's card. We love you. Thank you.
Yes. As always, Pumpkin doing the best. So, all right. So let us do what we do best, and let's do a little bit of kit show off, right?
Yeah.
You already kind of alluded to it, so show us what you got.
So I'm rocking this Hummel Greenville Triumph jersey. This came out, I think, last year. Last year sounds right.
Yeah, but every team was in the purple.
Yeah. It was like, and why not? We get a purple kit too. So, and I'll be 100% honest why I have this kit. One, I've always wanted a Greenville Triumph kit, and I just don't have it. Like, I have scarves. I have a tumbler. I have a bobblehead.
No. Do you own it for a kit?
Yeah. I didn't buy any of those.
Oh, that's weird.
It was through my stream. They donated, and me and my wife won. I guess my wife won probably. But so like we've had all of those things, but I separated the jersey because we had a jersey that was signed by their coach. So I separated that. Like we had like the price pack and then a jersey. So my only Greenville swag is that sick Geo. The Geo sticker. Yeah. Actually, I think I might have that sticker too. I think I got it. I just don't know where it is. It's gone forever.
It's my pile. But anyways.
Right. But so I was like, but then for Christmas, one of my students gave me a $25 Dick's Sporting Goods gift card. And I was like, well, let's see what's at Dick's, and I was on their website and I was typing in, soccer jerseys, and they had a Greenville Triumph jersey for $25. I'm like, I guess I'm buying a Greenville Triumph jersey from Dick's Sporting Goods. That's not what I was expecting to buy.
Hey, all we gotta say, it's for KitSZN, right? You're not for personal use. It's for KitSZN, so you can rock
Right.
more USL kits on the show, right?
It should have been tax deductible at that point, you know?
Taylor, Taylor, can you help us?
Yeah.
Legal department. Oh, I love that though. I love
And
that.
you're rocking kind of a go-to right there.
I'm rocking as so. Yes, this is arguably my second favorite Indie 11 kit that they've released since I've really kind of been in tune. I'm not talking the NASL days. I really wasn't part of the club or a fan, so I can't really relate to those kits. But this kit was probably my favorite. After I think it was a 2019 kit, the one that Pasture rocked, the polo. I love that kit. But this one here is arguably one of the better ones done with checkers. It just looks so good. It's one of my best fitting kits that I have as well. As much as we did Stickford Puma, they fit really nice. So
yeah, honestly, Puma wasn't miserable for indie. They did a couple of the templates like with
the last season was really bad with the Bumble, but yeah.
Yeah, like they did a couple of the Bumble ones, and then I call it like the Circle ones that looked only okay on Memphis 901.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But like this checker one is essentially y'all's identity at this point. That polo that you're talking about that was the navy with the white top, clean classic jersey right there.
The best thing from Adidas as well. So like, I love it.
Yeah. So hopefully Louisville, maybe we can get some clean classic kits.
Maybe. Hey, so to Sandy's point here down below, Pumpkin checkers always makes
my little Scar girl heart happy.
What I will say,
pick it up.
What I will say here, I got a sneak peek of the Indie 11 kits here coming out here on Sunday, and all I gotta say is the checkers are present. So, they're the main show on these kits, both home and the away. So,
home and away.
Yes, I know. I'm still waiting for a third kit, but I'll wait on that probably until around May. So that's usually when we release our third kit. If we did a special kit, it will be around May. So yeah, so I am looking forward to seeing them fully released. But yeah, so that's also why I'm rocking the Indie 11 kit today, because I'm going to do Indie new ones on Sunday. So
too excited.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. Like I'm like, I don't care how much I'm gonna buy it that day. Like my season ticket membership, get my little discount, get that new kit. I told my wife it's up to her to pick out which one looks best. I'm not buying both. That's it. So,
what type of fan are you?
I'm a cheap one.
See, that's funny because like I used to be like, I'm gonna get every jersey, but then like we came out the first season, and I bought any kit since the racing checkered kit, yeah. But
that one was popping.
I bought the purple. I didn't buy the plain away white with the green Humana logo. But then I still ended up getting the next year. I got all three, but it was like the next year.
Yeah.
So the 16 ones I got in 17 because they had them like super cheap.
Yeah, but it's like Pumpkin says, there's just so many. It's hard to buy them all, and that's generally why if I do buy one, it's one a season. That's if I like them, like the Bumblebee kits. I only got the pink one because they made a pink version, and I love that. I rock it like almost like 4 times a season. My favorites. I just don't buy them all because it's hard.
Right, but then my rule was like I'm just gonna buy one a season. Yeah, it's like which one do I like? And now with the twins stuff like that, I'm like, it's hard for me to argue to buy any of them new.
Yeah,
like they have last year's for sale right now, and I still think they're $70 or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's still like a typical jersey price for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can
afford it. Hey, all I'm saying here, to Sandy's point, with the price point being a big deal, a lot of your clubs are doing massive sales. Like Indy 11 selling not their authentic kits. They're selling some of their knockoff jerseys for like $25. Their goalkeepers like $30. So they're doing some. Obviously, all these teams are cleaning house, getting ready for their 2025 kits. So be on the lookout here.
Oh, Aurora. I saw Aurora.
I did see they had a sale too, right?
Yeah, they're about to have their like warehouse sale.
There we go. So keep an eye out on these things, and obviously we will I'm not going to force you to do this, thoughts, but probably like a end of season sale or whatever on our Blue Sky account to keep track of all this stuff for you guys. But we want to make sure you guys can get what you can to rep your team and to rep some good looking kits. Honestly, there aren't a lot of really bad ones. And who doesn't love a good sale? So we got your back.
Yeah, and yeah, I'll get 70 for last year's kit, and that's like just happened. They like just put those on sale. Like it's not like those have been that way for a minute and they're about to go cheaper. No,
yeah. Hey, oh, and also speaking of sales, if you like Indy 11 kits or the special weird kits that they did during this season that they did not wear, I'm still upset about that. They're on their clearance aisle. They have a buy one get one. So if you want some Indy 11 gear, I bought one here today. I bought the goalkeeper kit because it's a long sleeve. Here today, check that out. I know there's plenty of sales across USL. So, and we'll keep you in tune about that.
Yeah, especially if you're in our Discord, we try like that's usually where I'll post something real quick.
Yep. So as it says that, please follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, and kind of on Threads. I don't really know. But follow us.
I'm on Threads for the effect of I post on Instagram and it posts on Threads.
Okay, so follow us on Instagram /Threads and be sure to follow our Blue Sky. And if you really want to talk with us, be sure to join Discord. And if you'd like to support us, do it as these great people do down below by joining our Patreon. So we are always doing what we can. Good night, Pumpkin. Enjoy your night.
Have a terrific Thursday evening. We love ya. We love ya. And that's the way we like it.
And everywhere will follow. Anyways, so as we wrap up here tonight, I did just want to end tonight's show on a little tiny little message here tonight is a lot is somewhat going on in the world here. It's somewhat chaotic, and I just want to make sure everyone does what they can to try to bring that positivity to the world around them. So a lot of people are suffering or getting hurt or having a tough time just even financially. Be that positive energy right now. The world could use a little bit of that. And get connected with your local groups, volunteer where you can, or do what you can to help support your community. If that's volunteering or that's financially, or that's literally just being there for people. To be that positive person for them. That's all I'm going to ask of you here in 2025. And honestly, for as long as you can, just we need a lot of positivity right now. A lot of us do. I've been struggling with some mental health. If you followed my Blue Sky, kind of been in the dumps a little bit, but we need some positivity. And I really implore you to try to be the best person that you can and support those around you and in your communities. So with that here, I will say good night and please be the best that you can be for those around you. Good night.
Thank you for watching another episode of the USL Show.
The USL Show is now proudly part of the Protagonist Podcast family. Please go to protagonistsoccer.com to check out more work. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see everyone again next time.